Hello and welcome to a new lesson. In this lesson we will be taking a look at the Apache configuration files. For example, the path where the Apache is installed and some other files. So first of all, let's see what is the path where the Apache is installed. You will type where is and then httpd and enter. And you can see here that the Apache is installed under /etc/httpd. Okay, now let's get to the Apache directory. I'll type cd/etc/httpd and enter. And in here I'll display what's in the file. So here we have 4 directories: conf and conf.d, logs, modules, password and 1, but in default you will not find this directory password over here. In default you will find only these 5 directories: conf, conf.d, logs, modules and 1. So let's take a look at the directory conf. Okay, first of all, under this directory conf you will find the main configuration files for the Apache, and the name of the file is httpd.conf. so let's take a look at it. Here it is, over here, the file httpd.conf. Okay, first of all, it's preferable that you take a backup for the httpd.conf file. So to take a backup for it, you'll type cp and then httpd.conf and then httpd.conf, and you can name it as it is after .conf, whatever reference you want. For example, here I'll make it _bk and enter. So now I have taken a backup for the httpd.conf file. And now let's take a look at the file, but before I take a look at the file, I will install the Nano editor because it's much easier than the VI editor. So I'll type yum install Nano and then enter. And I'll wait for it to download and install. I'll press Y and enter. It's now downloading the package. And you can see now that the package is successfully installed. Right now the next step is viewing the httpd.conf or the Apache configuration file, which is httpd.conf, and enter. Okay, now there are some important things that in this file that you basically must know and know its definition. So the first thing here, you will press on Control W so that you can search, and I will look for something by the name server root and enter. I'll get down here a little bit, and you can see that here the server root is /etc/httpd. Server root is the path to the server's configuration. So you can see that this is the path where this is the path where the Apache web server is installed in /etc/httpd. The next thing we will be looking for here is the PID file, and you can see here it's under the directory run in a file called httpd.pid, and this is the process identification number for the httpd. The next thing we will be looking for here is something called, you'll search for it. I'll type listen 80 and enter. Okay, now I'll get down, and here it is. You can see here listen 80, and from here you set the number of the port that you want the Apache to listen to. So by default the Apache is listening to port 80. Okay, the next thing we will be looking for here is server admin, and enter. And here it is over here. Of course, you will remove the hash to enable the service, and you can see server admin. From here you type the email of the admin for the web server. For example, here I'll type turkology.com, and then the server name. Here we have the server name, www.example.com. From here you type your server name. For example, I will make it www.turkology.com, and you will leave the port here as it is, the 2 dots and then the 80. Okay, the next important thing you need to know is something called the document root. And here it is. The document root is in /var/www/html. And from document root, you choose the path on which the information and files of all of your websites will be saved in. So all of the information and files of the websites that are on your web server will be saved under /var/www/html. Okay, now these are the main important things that you need to know in the configuration file of the Apache. And of course, during the course, we will be learning more about the Apache configuration file. So to get out, I'll press on Ctrl X, Y, and enter. And something very important that you need to know, that after any modification you do in the Apache configuration file, you need to restart the Apache service. So I will restart the Apache service. You can see it has successfully been restarted. We'll press CD 2 dots to get back one directory, and ls. So now we have talked about the conf directory. Here the conf.d directory, in here you will put any custom configuration files. Custom configuration files will then be read by the httpd.conf, which is the Apache configuration file that is located here under conf. And during the course we will be learning some things that we will be using the conf.d directory in. Here in logs, in here you will find the log files. The directory modules, in here you will find the Apache modules. And here in the directory 1, in here you will find the file that contains the process number of the Apache. And by this lesson we have seen the Apache configuration file and some important directories. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.